this. I think with live praise, y'all. Welcome in. So yeah, just chilling. Got nothing planned out. I was sitting here looking for a sample, and I wanted to do that before I went live because then I might actually have a chance of holding on to my monetization because that's a bonus. But no, I'm gonna dig through usesamplet.io like I've been using lately to find my samples, and maybe chop something up. Just also chop it up with you guys if you want to, and talk about whatever. I'm looking around like I've been Super Booth 2025 because yeah, with all that information, little clues and stuff, you know, MPC Live 2 being discontinued. You know, figured it'd be a possibility that Akai might like a new MPC, but nothing yet so far. And this is like day 2. And I think it goes through. What does it go through? Like the 10th. Today's what, the 9th? I think today's the 9th. Go through Saturday, so 25. Let's see. Looks like my
on February 9th, the Eagles won Super Bowl 59.
Super Bowl, Super Booth. I don't know if my live signal's very strong. I keep seeing a buffering thing going on. I'm gonna pull the chat up. But yeah, I've been hanging back, kind of focusing on videos lately. So I know it's been like a stretch of a couple weeks since I went live. I have little stretches where I do, you know, lives, and then I do kick back and do videos, or kick back and do nothing, or do songs, you know. So Super Booth 2025. Where's the official site? What's on your guys' mind? What y'all been thinking? Have you been looking into Super Booth, seeing if there's anything interesting? I like the 1010 music thing. The 1010 black box always kind of intrigued me. Besides the fact that it's just all touchscreen, that was kind of turned off, but it's cool. You know, a little mini portable sampler. And now they got the bento box. I mean, where's that brand from? Like bento box, isn't that like a Japanese concept for like a, you know, you go like a Japanese restaurant, you get like a bento box with like food in it, whatever. I can't seem to find the actual site. I just click on Solid State Logic. Oh, here it is, right in front of me. Okay, yeah. So the 8th through the 10th, tomorrow's the last day. It might end up being kind of like this year, where, you know, I thought maybe they'd introduce something new, like a new piece of hardware, and they didn't. And so it's looking like it's adding up to that again, unless they decide on the last day of Super Booth to showcase something. Someone randomly said, I don't know where you got the information, is that Andy Mack wasn't there, and I've seen some of the footage that Kai posted on their Instagram stories, and they just had, you know, the standard stuff, all the models that we know of sitting out there. And I haven't seen any videos with no Andy Mack and no like representatives. So it looks like that might be what it's adding up to, nothing. Or they could be surprising us on the very last day, or something could follow. But I mean, I think we have a lot more evidence now than we did back in January. At least now we know for a fact that there is a FCC ID for an MPC because it shares all the same patterns as all the other ones. And yeah, so, and I think we know that it's got like a battery in it. I forget if there was an indication that if there was a speaker on it, so whether it's specifically like a new live model or something else that has a battery in it. I don't know. So yeah, that's all I was trying to look at, and just like Googling on YouTube, looking up, searching for Super Booth 2025. So yeah, the bento box, cool. I love samplers. I don't really like the pad layout on that, and that's the main thing. It looks a little goofy. I mean, come on, it's just, I mean, complain about looks, but I am very married to the 4x4 layout, though. So, you know, but that's the most interesting thing so far. And then Novation the Novation mixer thing, the control surface thing, launch control, whatever. That looks good. That looks good. But yeah, so I'm just scrolling through here. I don't see anything about Akai. Polyend. Got some kind of effects sequencer type thing. Oh, Sonic State just put out a video on the bento box. I'll probably check that one out later. That'd be cool. Well, I'm gonna go grab my drink real quick. Then I'll play some samples, and then I'm gonna address the chat window. Oh, yep. Here we are. Got a little energy. Okay. Let's see. Let me pull it up here. No, I got it right here. I got it right here. Yes, we're back. Oh, man. I wish they would improve this chat window thing on this Camera Live app. Let me put my stickers down here. We don't need that one. Sim City, Big World, what is good? Samplet is the best. IO is the best for sure. Yeah. Man, like when I first started using it, like when I was streaming, like I don't know, a few weeks ago, maybe last month, I kept finding good ones, but dude, I skip a lot of tracks. And it's not that there's a lot of good stuff, and I'll save, I'll put the little asterisks on it and save it in my favorites. I haven't gone back to my favorites yet, but I save a lot of stuff for, future case I might actually end up sampling it, but I end up skipping a lot of things. So that's a huge thing, like when it comes to like if you sample based beat making. Sound selection one, but finding a sample, if you're basing your beat around a sample, chopping something, man, that's 90% the battle. You get a dope sample, you're off. So a lot of it is listening, and I'm pretty, I hate to admit it, pretty kind of lazy when it comes to these tracks. I think I was watching a Very Sick Beats and I think a Malo Beats, and they both made the same kind of sentiment, is that you should listen to the whole album. And I'm kind of the opposite. Like if I play something in the first like even 1 second, couple seconds, if I'm not feeling it, then I'll usually skip. I know. But I feel like, I don't know. I mean, there's always a chance of something being dope in the middle, but it's like, this is the intro. If you're leading with this, to me, if I don't like it, then I'm probably not going to feel the overall vibe. And I think that's, unless it's very creative, or, because you can tell as soon as you play something what instruments are on it. Unless it's like this crazy arrangement where they start off with like a banjo and then end up with like a string section. Like, I don't know. That's just not as likely. So I'm not gonna put this. I need a table so I can put my drinks to the side and not be concerned about spilling. Because I am a bit of a hypocrite. When my kids come around here with food and drinks, I'm like, better get. But I gotta have a drink when I'm doing a live stream, while I'm doing something over here. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got.
In order to be forgiven yourself, girl, it hurts me so bad to know. But baby,
This is kind of cool.
please tell me the truth right now. What did I do wrong?
Definitely gonna thanks for that. I also got some free stuff over there, so please do head over and free to download those. All right. I think my stream just had a couple of hiccups, but hopefully it's working good. Linda Sun, peace, man. Blessings to you as well. Was good. Can we do automation on the PC master channel? I believe that is something you can do now. That's something I should have got excited about. I was doing even more complicated stuff with my live back when, like, years ago, when I was really putting the tutorials in. I feel like, you know, I was one of the few. I was doing stuff like when I remember when they introduced automation on tracks, and you could, you know, you can write it in and stuff, and you can see the automation lane. I remember when that was added, and I remember there were so many things that I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to automate like reverb on, I forget what it was, because I don't even like employ these techniques anymore. Like I feel like I've gone backwards, because how it is with me when I create videos and stuff, I'll learn how to do something and then get excited and make a video. The voice over here kind of knows all this shit all the time. Like, I mean, I think I have a little head start. Like, I've been using MPCs for a while. I know I've got a foundation, learning a lot of stuff. And when I learn how to do something, I didn't, you know, like yesterday I was on sidechaining with the SP, and it's actually something that people already been doing for a minute. But I was excited about making the video. I kind of knew it wasn't gonna hit too hard, like do too well as far as numbers, but I like put it out anyways, because that's how it is. I learn something, get excited, I want to make a video and share it. So what was my point with that? Oh yeah, so I remember when automation lanes came out for tracks, and I remember you couldn't do it for the master and you couldn't do it for the submix. And I think the kind of thinking behind that was because for submixes and master, there's no track, there's no MIDI, like there's no place for it to draw. So, but now I think that they changed it from the program type of thing. I don't know exactly. I'm just kind of working it out in my head because I haven't thought about this in a while. But now it is possible to do the automation on the submixes. I just haven't looked at it yet. So that's a cool reminder. Maybe I can get into doing some more next level stuff, and that definitely is. It's coming to mind. I remember when I was in music production school, man, you forget a lot of things that you learn in school, you know, no matter what kind of school you go to, you don't retain everything, but it's kind of coming back to me. And one of the things, one of my instructors was always telling me that, see, the automation is like the last thing you do on the mix, according to what he was saying, and automation between like a amateur mix and like a professional mix. So that's what stands out. And yeah, so I feel like I was doing, you know, I try to scale it back and start writing songs and stuff, and then eventually I got to take it there. Maybe if I knew how to focus and just use one piece of gear, you know. Linda Sun, you're doing well with that. Me, like, I always think about that, but I just got a love for samplers in general and have very little self-control when it comes to this stuff. As you can see, look at this. Always doing something to kind of change the vibe. I got this is the MPC 3000 inspired skin from Crema Cafe Design. The way he makes these things is just like it's like a sheet rather than a vinyl skin, and it just goes on the top, and it's held in here with these screws. So yeah, so yeah, I'm a geek, I'm a nerd. I've been really been obsessed with the retro colorways with everything now. Like, got it on my MPC. I've got the Lo-Fi 12XT down there too that has the Lo-Fi colorway and all that, you know. So yes, submixes and master, I believe I heard, and ain't returned there yet. 1010 Music is a project that is 4 updates away from being worth it. You think it's 4 updates away from being worth that? That's what's up, because $8.99 is pretty big. I mean, $8.99 is competing with MPC Key 37, so it looks like it has quite a bit of stuff going on. It's got a touch screen. It has the UI looks like the effects and the mixer and stuff. Like, looks legit. I just don't like the 8 pads in the koala side, you know, horizontal type configuration. I'm not really with that. It kind of makes the whole thing look a little funny, and I know that's superficial, but it's like it's all buttons and screen, and then like just I like the pads to be kind of my centerpiece, at least half of this machine. I know this sounds stupid or whatever, but mainly the practical application is, and then, you know, having your samples up here, and it's just how I like to place, you know. So Monkey MIDI BT controller. What is the Monkey MIDI BT controller? What you think about it? I haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to look it up. I do automation all the time on MPC tracks. That's what's up. You do it on tracks though, but yeah, okay. So you're asking on the master for sure. On the master, gotta give it a try. I don't know. I've never tried it. What is this? No counting and no way to dehumanize off is a no-go for me. There's no counting on the bento. Is that what you're saying? That's weird when they don't do that. Like the Novation, the bento does look kind of like it's a few pads away from being like a mini push in a way, right? Even with all the knobs on the top, the pad layout. If it had like another row of pads, it'd be like a between a move and a push kind of deal in an MPC one kind of deal. I like the fact that there's like a touchscreen on it, but it's kind of a different. It's more like oblong of a screen, you know, rather than rectangular. It's wider than it is. So that looks kind of interesting. Yep, live too. So, yo, I reached out to my connector there at Zounds, and because sometimes I get, you know, I get the privilege of, sorry for switching the camera back and forth. I can't make up my mind. I get the privilege of trying stuff out, like the Key 37 and just a few other things I've tried out from them. Yeah, I reached out about that, and at the time, it was just on back order, you know. But yeah, I just looked at two today. No longer available. Zounds, Guitar Center, Sweetwater. So yeah, it's discontinued. I mean, you can't really deny that. It's not. You don't see the no longer available thing. You know, you don't see that. That's just now. It's now inside the archives. PC Live is in the archives. Like, it's interesting. So those websites will archive that stuff just for like information purposes. You can find it. Like, I could probably look up Triton on Sounds and find a Triton, and it's like, this item is no longer available. We suggest these similar items, you know. So yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's proof. We got the FCC ID. We got that. So I mean, that indicates what we have next. There's a battery according to the FCC ID. So is it the PC Live Mini Unicorn? Yeah, I want to see a peek of new MPCs. They got to drop something or highlight MPC 3. Yeah, there's just no way, because the Live 2, it's got to be a 3, because it's just no way. It's no way you drop something so popular, right? Stop selling it. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. Why? I don't know which one's the best seller. It's probably the one because it's cheapest, but the Live 2's got to be a second, if not the first number one seller. So yeah, I mean, if that's what it is, if it's the next gen of Live, I mean, it could possibly. Someone made a joke in my comment section and said, people are getting excited and all it is just a paint job, and that's happened before a couple times, right? MPC 1 Plus, hardly anything more than a paint job. You got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and MPC XSE, paint job, more gigs. So, and I think that does justify a new FCC ID. It does if all they did was add, because with the MPC XSE, all they really did was improve the processor, right, and add 4 gigs over the 2. And I believe there was an FCC ID for that, right? And there's some things that don't require it. Like, say they made it, if it was just a color right only, like the MPC Live Retro or like the gold version, those are just, that doesn't require, it's the same exact machine. It doesn't require anything more. But if they just did minute changes, like Bluetooth, well, of course, because the one didn't need an FCC ID originally because it didn't have Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. So there was never a leak about it. That was the MPC that surprised people the most. It was there. There was no leaks, right? As far as I can remember, there was no leaks because there was no FCC ID thing. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this really could be like the MPC Live 2 SE or something, and they could call it the 3 Could be very minimal. But I would hope not. And I kind of doubt it. I feel like it would be something more. I mean, it could be that and like button label changes just to fit with MPC 3, but hopefully it's a little bit more impactful than that. And I hope I'm wrong, but I think the pattern suggests that it might be red. I don't know, you get used to it. And there's always skins. But that's a weird one to cover up. Like if you put a skin on a red MPC 1 or on a Key 37, it's still gonna be red on the side, and you're gonna see the red come through and all that. But some people love red. I don't mind it. It's not too bad. But yeah, that might just be what it is. Hopefully they go retro, right? Because I'm obsessed with a retro. I'd be happy. So what do you guys think? Do you think if they made a Live 3, they would maybe even scale it down? You think they heard everybody in this whole mix of things that people, and then like with some of the competition, like what we got sitting here, I don't know if it's a competition. It's more of an option because they suit different people, and a different kind of person is gonna want this versus an MPC. Some people buy MPCs and like, oh, I can't mess with that. I like this, right? And then you have the opposite, and then you have people that use them both together, or like me, use them both but individually. So I mean, it would be cool if they can kind of scale the technology down, but I don't know. I don't see people not that many people wanting a smaller screen on a Live. Maybe they would make a separate unit, but again, like, why would they cannibalize? That's the only reason why I think you never see a battery on an MPC 1, because it would take a lot of sales from the 2, and that's all business, man. I don't hate it, I don't hate it. People do look at these companies and they're like, oh man, it's all corporation, it's all business. They don't care about the user, all that. Yeah, to some degree, whatever. It's a corporation. Corporations don't have souls. They're made up of people, and then people have to make decisions together that are better for the overall company and for their profit margins. And I kind of like that too, because then it allows them to do more. And I don't know. But yeah, the idea is like, because people will buy an MPC 1 and a Live 2 if there's only an option of getting a battery and a Live 2, you know what I mean? And people collect them. So it may be kind of evil in a way. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see it. Like, there's no swing option. So you can't turn quantize off. That seems to be common in like a lot of those grid type things. Like maybe it'll have like some sort of a micro timing thing, like my Lo-Fi 12 XT, and then I believe like the Novation rhythm, circuit rhythm, it didn't have like it had no true like quantize off, but it had like micro timing things where you can shift it and stuff, or you just turn it off and it plays. I don't know. So yeah, that definitely needs to be worked out. I don't think we're even gonna make music here today. Keem the Cypher was good. It takes going the extra mile a lot of times. I always go on Discogs and listen to the rest of the vinyl and even the liner notes to see what other players play soon. That's a good idea. It's a good idea for sure. That's cool. If I'm not feeling the beginning, I always move to the middle of a sample because there could be a dope change up, and most of the times it is. Yeah, I've been beginning to do that, beginning to be a little more conscious about that. I think I've kind of limited my sampling skill abilities since I started making beats, because I would do that and I'd be lazy. Because it'd be like that. Like, I like to sample stuff. I always avoided sampling busy stuff because I didn't want to. It's more difficult to make room for other stuff. Like that was always my approach, is like get a sample, and like usually the intro to be, it's an intro, so it's more broken down. Not necessarily broken down because it's building up to something else, but there's less going on. Like it might just be one instrument or two. And so like I would usually just chop that and then play something over it. So that would be my approach. And I think I probably did limit myself quite a bit. So I got to move on from that. And I've been rocking the sample hat. I made a hat like a couple of years ago on Teespring, called it the sample hat. I put the, I don't know, just to come up with ideas, things to have, you know, that I could wear myself, and if it's up there, people want to buy it, kind of thing. I think at least one person bought one of these hats. So, but yeah, I've been rocking it lately because I've been geeking about sampling. But also going with the initial hit of inspiration quickly and having the tools that work quickly. Yeah, I've been thinking of it as like been messing with stems a lot lately too, like in the MPC. So there's a couple beats that I made. I think I made them on stream too. So like there's one where it's got a vocal sample in it, and I made my overall beat, and I wrote a hook to it, and it's got a vocal, and I kind of play off that with the words. But then I was like, what am I gonna do for the verse part? And simple as just like how I usually would create, I would like just take an element off or something and make it just scale it back so it makes some room for my voice. So I just in the MPC used the stems, and then, you know, chopped up the part without the vocal, and then there you go. Just chopped it up the same, and that's it. So, but yeah, I've been using the SB2. Like I just installed, I was using Moasis on here, but then it like I think now it wants me to upgrade and pay for it. So I downloaded, I think it's called Stems, which they all want your money, but you can play around with it for a little bit and see what you get. I think Moasis so far has been the best one. This one doesn't sound as good, but it also depends on the sample. Back in the days, it'd be the first 5 to 10 seconds, and I'd move on. But I've learned to be more patient and move to the middle. It's a good idea, for sure. I think I've been doing that, like I said, and towards the end as well for change ups. Video glitching, dang, gotta run. All right, be jamming. You're probably out of here right now. Crazy Wabbit, what is good? Monkey is a 2-octave Bluetooth MIDI keyboard, which really, okay, I think I might have seen that. Fits in your pocket. Bluetooth in MIDI keyboards is nothing new, but ultra long battery life of several months is. Yeah, that sounds crazy. I thought it'd be interesting. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I don't really. Does it have like? I don't really care, unless it has like some sort of a scale mode on it. That'd be cool, but I usually just connect things straight to. Like the most recent controller, as you can see, is this one, and I'm using that to control chromatic mode in here. That's at least what I've been trying to do. I was trying to do yesterday is come up with some chords. I don't have it plugged in right now because we're sampling. I couldn't decide. I wanted to do that, but I wasn't coming up with any. Let me get some.
I made a mistake.
This shit cool, Sam.
Then I'm sorry.
This is. I'm just gonna talk over it. That should work.
In order to be forgiven,
Steezy, what's good?
girl, it's so bad.
Bit of Fletch, what's up? I saw a little bit of Loop Pop's demo. That's where I first saw it.
Baby,
It does look kind
tell me the truth right now. What did I do wrong? Make you leave me. What did I do wrong? You say goodbye.
All right. I'm gonna grab. What is it?
What did I do wrong?
I mean, the drums are pretty subtle, but I could try running it through stem separation.
What? What did I do wrong?
Okay. say 99? It's definitely not 99. Must be like 54 or something. I don't know about this whole auto detect thing sometimes. I feel like the SX one works the best.
What did,
Let's go manual.
what did I do wrong? Make you leave me.
What did I do wrong? Make you leave me. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Make you leave me. What did I do wrong?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna run it through the. See what it sounds like. If I can get the drums off there. Just want to get the rhythm part of it off. Let's see.
What did I do wrong?
Try stems.
Make you leave me. What did I do wrong?
I'll record it at that speed. It's cool.
What did I do wrong? Make you leave me. What did I do wrong? You to say goodbye.
All right. Preparing separation. Fletch, so you think you're gonna grab one of those? Yeah, 1010 music is always like piqued my interest, but just never pulled the trigger on it. I was interested in that black box, and then I was also interested in that the little orange one, the tangerine, or is it? I think it's called a tangerine. It's like a mini sampler, auto sampler. That thing looked cool. I was gonna grab that when I was deciding between things to buy. When I was gonna pass up on the Integra 7, and then I was like looking at this thing as a nice little companion for the SP. I have decided that I'm gonna sell the Integra 7, and I think I'll keep this for a while. We'll see. But I made a sample pack out of the Integra 7 key groups. I was gonna do more, but I'm kind of tired of that. It gets kind of stale just sitting there recording stuff, just making key. And I wanted to do more, but I got like 2 key groups from just about every category, from 22 different categories, and I've got 44 key groups, and I'll put that up if anyone wants to pick it up soon. We'll see. I'm feeling a little bit lazy about it. I was gonna make it an expansion, but I'll probably just put it up as a pack and not even try, because that's a lot of work, and I don't know if it's worth my time. I don't know how many people will actually be interested in it, but now I got something that is a piece of the Integra that I'll have that I can keep with the MPC, and then I'll put it up as an option if anybody's interested, and it probably won't be too high of a cost, and I probably won't do that extra expansion work like making demos, like the little previews and all that. I made some artwork for it, but yeah. Okay, let's see. Did you see? Okay, Luke's up SimCity. My MPC question is there a way to save a preset layer? You're talking about in a plugin, 2 plugins saved? I'm not even sure exactly what you mean. What plugin are you using? A preset layer. So like just any plugin in general? Like any of the instrument plugins? 2 plugins saved. Okay, so you're talking about saving 2 presets. Or like, okay, so you layered 2 plugins and made your own preset out of those 2 plugins. Is that what you're saying? So I know there's the way of, sending the MIDI, I forget what it's called exactly, but you can send the MIDI from one track to another. So like if you're playing the keys on one plugin that track will trigger another plugin, and so in a way you have a layer. Is that what you're doing? Are you trying to figure out how to do that? Or have you done that and you're just trying to figure a way to save it? Because I don't know. The only way I can think of saving that is just put it into a... Yeah, I mean, if it's 2 plugins, I don't think there's a way to save a preset of 2 plugins. They have to be saved individually for each plugin. Like, that's definitely possible. I assume you know how to save a preset for a plugin, right? But if I'm understanding you right, you're using 2 different plugins, and those 2 different plugins make up a preset that you've custom made. Not necessarily a preset, but a custom made sound using 2 plugins. I mean, my only thought process would be to save them individually for each plugin and maybe name them the same thing. Like, maybe, let's say your sound that you created is a choir on one and then like a string on the other, and you named it Cloud9. And maybe like on the choir in one plugin, you can save that preset Cloud9 layer 1, and then you can, in the other preset or the other plugin, name it Cloud9 layer 2. That's my quick little thought process for a workaround for that. Or say it as into a, I guess, yeah, I'm just saying, like, name it the same, save 2 different presets for each plugin and then load them up both. But then again, also you could just use do you use a template? Like, so if you use a template, that might actually add to it. I mean, if you always have like those 2 plugins saved into a template, then you can easily recall those, Or you could bake it into a key group, resample it, and you could do that. You can have those 2. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the process that I was telling you. I'm assuming that's what you're doing, though, is like having one track trigger the other. So in that case, you could auto sample the whole output and create a key from the auto sample. Just have it auto sample that, and you got it baked in. Probably not as good, but that's an option. Yeah, let's see what we got here.
What did I do wrong? Make you leave me. What did I do wrong? For you to say.
It's kind of bad at the end.
What did I do wrong? Make.
Versus.
What did I do wrong? Make you leave me. What did I do wrong? For you to say.
Yeah, I don't like how that finished there. I guess I could also try. Let me go in Koala and try it and see how Koala does. That's another one I had separated. Okay.
What did I do wrong? Make you leave me. What did I do wrong? For you to say.
All right. Okay, so. Oops. Tools. And then split stems. Okay. Let's see what you mean. Okay, yes, please. Could you do a video of, what does that say? Later key ground. You mean layered key group? But the thing about that to understand when I say that is like it's still going to be one audio sample. Not necessarily one audio sample, but one layer, but the two layers baked in. You know what I mean? I don't think, I mean, Key Groups is advanced now, so maybe there is a way of setting this up. But I don't think so. I don't think it's possible to have the one plugin or the two separate plugins sample to their own layers automatically in the key group. I don't think that's possible. I haven't looked at it. But I could definitely maybe look into it, and I could probably definitely make you a video, or maybe just do a live stream one of these days. I'll probably do a live stream. I think I might even have like an old video like 3-4 years ago showing this process. But yeah, I could do maybe do something like that, setting it up. I haven't looked at it in MPC3, but it should be about the same, where you pull out the, you know, the channel strip from the side, and you can see all the track information and where it's being sent and all that. It's kind of like when you load up one of your MPC2 projects into MPC3, and it you know, like imports it and converts it. If you have like a drum track, the same drum program on say 3 different tracks, it's not going to make the same, it's not going to have that same drum program on all the tracks. It's going to have it on the first track, and then the tracks following it are going to be MIDI tracks, and it's just like sending it to those tracks. I believe that's how it works. So it's kind of that same idea. Obscure Sounds, thank you for that bit. I think you're right about the MPC one being the bestseller. Yeah, done in key group pack. I will be dropping oh, okay, all types of ethnic and acoustic instruments. That's dope. Yeah, I like to see that. I like to check that out. And I've actually got all your, I think I got them on here. Been meaning to use some of those sounds. I believe I've got your cooking oil stuff on here. Yeah, look at that. You got a spot. SimCity, Big World Media. Cooking oil 1, 2, and 3 right there. I gotta go through them. Got a lot of stuff. Got all the classic bits. Some more shots in there. Song Sam. I should just grab something from here, from your little pack, brother. Yeah, I guess some good choices in there. Ooh. Good ear, bro. I like these. I haven't even looked at this yet, honestly. Yeah, okay, that's something to mess with later, actually. Let's kind of stay focused. See if I can. Oh yeah, forgot I was I didn't even set this yet. Split. Keygo pack though, that's interesting. You got any you got some acoustic stuff in there? Yeah, you said acoustic. Dope. I'm gonna have to try that, bro. How much is that? You gonna sell that one, or I'll pay for it? I'm about due to pull my MPC. I gotta pull my MPC out, man. I've just been obsessed with my SP lately. Just been obsessing, like geeking out about making videos and stuff, and like learning how to use it better. And yeah, but shoot, man, I got songs on the MPC that are crying out to be finished. Like I've got hooks in like one verse on like, I think I got like 4 or 5 songs with hooks in one verse, and I usually do the hook in 2 verse format, and then I'm done. So, oh, for sure. Heck yeah, bro. Yeah. That's what's up. Definitely. Definitely. Okay. Okay, that's... Yeah, this stemming is not very good. Oh, that's a bust, man.
What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do
You guys think we'll get any more updates on this SP? One thing I was thinking, I was gonna make a post about this and see who agrees. It would be nice if RAUL switched from doing these huge updates on like a yearly basis where they have all kinds of stuff in it, you know, to the other model that it seems like companies are doing, like Ableton, and I think like maybe Native Instruments, and I think Kai is kind of jumping on that a little bit too, where they have these little posts where like, this is what's coming next. They inform you and let you know what's coming rather than having you in the dark. But I like what I seen Ableton Move doing, although I'm not in that world anymore. Like I had to move for a little bit, but they were like doing like updates like every month or so. I don't know what it was, but it was frequent, and they just put like, you know, here's one little nice little update. You know, this little feature has been improved. You know, these bug fixes, not just bug fixes. Every once in a while you get bug fixes, but you don't get like the little feature improvements until that big one, and they just cram it all in there. What is that? Do you send the hat to Brazil? What does that mean? So I put this in a mute group. It's too busy for me. I like the overall sound of this, but it's... I can't put my own hat in there because it's got that like triplet. The hat that I made? Well, yes. You talking about the hat on my head? First, I thought you were talking about hi-hats and stuff, but nah, the hat that I made, I sent it to Brazil. That's a wild, just Brazil. I just went on Teespring, you can design hats and stuff. Maybe it's in Brazil because they take forever, man. I've got another one that I'm waiting for. I got rhythm and poetry logo design that I created, and I'm getting a black hat just like this, snapback, and it says rhythm and poetry on it in white letters. But it's been like a couple months. They take forever. Slow. I wonder if they take that long when they ship it to, like, because this is like I made the design, right, and then you can order samples. So I'm waiting on the sample that I get at base cost. So like, if say I had customers that are technically, they're buying my design, but it's buying through them, I wonder if it actually takes that long too, because that's a long time to be waiting. So this is kind of cool. I'm probably not gonna use this though. I'll save it for later to, like, maybe I'll sample it in the MPC and use the stem in there, or maybe I'll sign up for Moises because that seems to be the better one. Let's see what else is in here. See, I did it again.
He writes a sim. He fine. He can paint the cloud, make a dream. To find the red sea, what lies beyond. He see the way they say.
One. Sometimes I just like to play around, but I probably wouldn't sample it. Like a James Bond thing. I probably wouldn't. It's kind of an instant skip. I don't know what to do with that. I was too busy with those drums. I know they're going to be all the way through it.
Moving day, we're getting out of here.
I don't feel like this is 4/4.
But even so, let's take just one look around the empty rooms.
This is cool. I feel like I'd want this without the vocal on it.
The memories get awful heavy. Where we ought to sitting here and day, all heavy on moving day. Moving day is final and it's real. Leaves us older than we wish we were, younger than we feel. What to keep
I think I'll save this one when I got stem available.
loads up and moving.
I got a pee.
Now that the bridge is
niggas on this side of the border.
Give me some of that.
I got me something.
Damn it. I think I could just turn that into a beat. Did I get it? I didn't. Yeah, finally got something. Carbon Vibes was good. See if we can get a decent 82.65. Let's see. No, that's accurate. Okay. Let me try the drums one more time. Get them this time. Timing was better, but kind of light on some of those. Yeah, yeah. Let's see what key, man. I got a bass over here. And some other sound. That's what's up, Befell, for sure. Yeah, I'd rather wear something that I make than just something that I could buy anywhere. C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G. I was just finding the key. What just happened? Okay. Yeah. Najee Harrison was good. All right, about to jump off. Praise y'all. Thanks everyone for kicking it. God bless. Peace.